Get ready with me while I share my 2 cents about college as someone who's ending their freshman year. Okay, I feel like the first thing is I do think living with someone that you know or like someone from your high school is reasonable. I feel like everyone's like, don't live with someone that you know. I did both because my first semester I lived with someone from my high school, and my second semester I lived with like someone I didn't know at all, and both have been good. I do feel like if you live with someone from your high school, you have to like really look at your guys' personalities, because I think why it worked for me and my roommate was because we were both like, we kind of like lived similar. Like we thought similar on a lot of things that you need to think similar on when you live with someone, if that makes sense. On the other side of things though, I also have really liked like living with someone that I don't know, because it's fun to like, you become best friends with that person, hopefully. I had like basically the best of both worlds. Both my roommates were like great. So I wouldn't really recommend one over the other. Like if you do the high school thing where you room with someone that you know, I definitely feel like you have to like really look at your guys' personalities, because I've definitely heard some horror stories about that. I feel like the next thing would be, is college harder than high school? Because I feel like I wanted to know that coming into freshman year. And I feel like it kind of just like depends on how you look at it. It's a lot different because like in your classes, you're basically teaching yourself. Unless it's like a math or like accounting or something, like all my teachers for my like gen eds and stuff like don't actually really do anything. Like you learn basically it all on your own. So like that definitely makes it harder. But it's in some sense like easier, and you don't get as much work because like in hindsight you don't get as much work because you're not going to class like every single day. It's like at most 3 times a week. I definitely feel like the class like material is actually harder than like a regular high school class, and it's harder because like your professor's not like reminding you about like, hey, you have this due Friday. It's like they'll tell you one time and then you just like remember. But I also feel like that's something that you just become used to, and then it's fine. I feel like another thing, when I registered for my classes first semester, I thought like for sure a 9 a.m. would be totally fine because that's later than my high school. And I wanted to get my classes done like in the morning, I thought. And it was on a Wednesday, so it wasn't like a Monday after a weekend. I literally never went to that class because it was so early, and in college, like it's like just up to you if you go. So I do feel like 11 a.m. is like the best time for your first class, for me at least. I don't know, I just thought that like because in high school I did it and I was like fine with it, I thought in college I would be. No. Another thing I wish I would have known is to not pack so many clothes. Like I filled all of my dressers and all of my closet because I thought that I for sure would be like wearing cute things while I go to school in Michigan, and literally half of the school year it's blizzarding. So the only thing I'm wearing is that giant coat, and you can't even see any outfits in it, and so like I'm not putting on jeans. That's again just me, but I definitely would bring like more sweatpants and sweatshirts than I would like anything else really. I don't know if I would recommend lofting your bed. I feel like lofting it like a little bit. I lofted mine like pretty high, which is nice because I can fit so many things under it, but I absolutely hate crawling up there, especially late at night so I don't know if I'd loft my bed that high. Definitely bring extra pair of sheets. I would say comforter in case you like puke on your comforter and have to wash it at 3 a.m, and then don't have any blankets. But also it would probably be hard. I did not bring an extra comforter, and I did have to wash my comforter at 3 a.m. So I accidentally deleted the last clip, so I don't remember what I was saying about the comforter. But definitely I feel like bring a Brita. So many people say not to bring a Brita, and I literally have a water bottle filler upper, and the Brita's super nice because then your water's cold. So unless you like warm water, I don't know. Another thing is like decorations. I bought so many decorations for my desk, just like a cute little lamp, plants, a holder for like my perfumes and stuff. For my bed, I bought like only 3 throw pillows, which is definitely what I would do. Like definitely do not buy a bunch of throw pillows because they're just going to be on the ground, and the room's so small that it just makes it like dirty. And with your desk, like then everything's cluttered, and that's where you're doing homework and your makeup and stuff. So I feel like don't buy a lot for your desk. Another thing would be definitely get your own vacuum. I know that there's vacuums like downstairs in like the lobby area, but then you have to like carry it upstairs and take it back, and you can't vacuum your room like at every time of the day whenever you want. So I would bring your own vacuum, just get like a cheap one. Blinds. My dorm room came with like a blackout blind, but if you do not have blackout blinds, I don't know what you're gonna do, because I feel like so many days you take naps or don't even take naps and don't want to be waking up by the sun, and I feel like I would get blind. Okay, 2 more things because this video is long. Definitely get 2 fridges. You and your roommate both need one. At least that's what I found works best, because the fridges like fill up so quick, and if you're like have a bunch of frozen food, the freezers are super little in those fridges. So definitely get 2. And then like obviously extension cords, but so many, like you need so many outlet things. Like on my side there's literally only 2 outlets. There's 4 outlets in this entire room. So you definitely need like big blocks of outlet things.